All right, Kenman here, and today we've got some wild wood in the house. Check this out. What is going on? Are these knives? Well, yes, kind of. Are they functional? Not as much, but they are cool. Let's get into it. Today is some wild, fun, different stuff. These were all made by my brother-in-law. He's been inspired by the channel, seen some stuff, works in wood, and decided to get a little funky and mess around. This is some of the stuff he's come up with. Check it out. These are all 100% wood. They are not sharp. I mean, that does have an edge to it. You're not really going to cut with it. But they are fun. I'll tell you that. As a knife lover, these are neat. This is an experiment, a test into another world of creation. Will it bring us there? Let's discuss it. Wow, huh? Soak them in. What do we think? All right. Well, now that you've seen them all, I'm going to get them out of the way. We'll kind of talk about them, break it down a little bit, and have some fun with it. I love these. So he started off simple, got some wood. Here is a piece right here. I think this is a chunk of a cherry tree, but he's got a nice planer so you can run some pieces through, get them nice and flat, and then start off with that as a base. So I'll take something like this and then cut the blade out of it. So all of them are full tang, one piece for that blade, right? So imagine this, we take the shape that we want for the blade, cut it out, have that ready to go, then get two more pieces and then make the handle, sandwich that together, and voila, here we are at step 2. So we've got a blade piece cut out of walnut, planed nice and flat on both sides, kind of pre-cut to a shape, and then did the same thing with a couple pieces of maple, I think, not 100% sure, and glued them down nice and solid. We have a base to begin with, and then we can go in and start carving away, putting an edge. You can see there's this line scribed up the center. Do some lines so that you can start doing where you want the grind to be, and just start doing it. I mean, this is a step into learning how to fabricate some knives, and I think it's pretty neat. So we'll take this right here, and then once we start shaping it, getting it, moving it on, progressing through, then you get to here, sanded up, polished, finished, cool looking kind of kitchen knife. He and I both agree, natural kind of things. We've made some different handles. I've been working on a few different handles. I made a sword handle, made a handle for a fishing pole that I haven't really put on anything yet. But these natural grooves where, like, if I hold it in my right hand, naturally kind of fit in there in a comfortable way, and then same for the left. And so it's unique. They're not exactly the same on both sides, but it's got those kind of bumps, those ridges, makes it kind of fun. Little fake kitchen knife. Started testing some jimps as well. Does have a nice curve to the edge, a little bit thicker on the blade, but these are just tests. We're just having fun. These don't have any function other than just enjoyment. He's got a friend that made a sheath here for one of them. Look at that. Sits in that sheath really nice. Tell me these aren't just fun. What do we think? Okay, so here's another kitchen knife. Same kind of deal with the handle. Fun to create some different shapes. Where are we going with this, Kenman? Well, you're going to find out in a little bit here. Let's just look at a few more of these and progress along. So you can see that nice full tang carved out to a fun finish. Here is another kitchen knife, kind of more of a chopper. Definitely thinner. He went a little bit wilder on this one. The first few went a little thick just to make sure it wasn't going to break. This is kind of one of those things. These are made out of wood. Full disclosure, I did drop one. Sorry, Aaron. But you can see right here, it is delicate. So it had more of a point, and it fell 2 feet off the table, 3 feet off the table, and did chip and break. But you could go in and resand it, reprofile it into a new one. This is kind of a fun little raptor claw, right? Thick chunk design. I have seen some actual knives made by some makers with some real thick stock like this, but smaller. I think they're fun. I'm into it. I dig these. Aaron made some cool stuff. So this one's definitely thinner, kind of testing the limits. Actually almost feels like it has an edge on it, right? More testing on the jimps. More of a simple, clean handle on that one there. No real shape or texture to it as much. Here we got a fillet knife. This is really cool. Really tested the limits of how thin we can kind of get that tip going. This looks exactly like a fillet knife would. It's like I instantly start doing the fillet knife flex. But the handle feels like perfect. If you just shut your eyes, these feel like you're actually holding a very light, delicate knife. For the first test, the craftsmanship on these is really good. Let's get into some of my favorites. We're calling this one the Treemascus. Definitely a fun one. Big old sweepy, kind of almost Persian blade. The lines on that walnut give it that Damascus kind of Treemascus look. Big old scoop jimps. This would be a fun actual knife. Maybe it doesn't need to be quite so long on the tip, but you got to get a little wild when you're having some fun. I dig this one a lot. Definitely one of my favorites. We've got the cleaver. Got to try out a cleaver shape, right? I actually have an old cleaver in the basement. I think I'm going to clean up and make a new handle for that as well. I should go remember to grab that because we're going to get into some other stuff I'm going to show you in a second. This is the last one. This is the Treakel. Kind of inspired from the Teakel Melissa Backwoods collaboration. This one is really well done. He just really knocked it out of the park with this. Thin on the blade, jimps on the front and the back. This seems like it's an actual user. Tell me that doesn't look super cool. Got the ring and everything. Nice and thick on the handle with the little facets cut into it. Tell me that isn't great, right? So we're going to start making some of these. We want to make some more. I want to get into it. I'm going to take a few and kind of start carving them up. But the next step after that is we started picking up some of these. Oof. So these are some stock blades that have already been made, already been heat treated. These are all D2, but no handles. So the grinds are all there. It's already kind of been sharpened, not sharpened to a razor edge, but sharpened up, kind of started, mostly finished. Go in there, maybe put some round off some edges or maybe add some jimps or something like that. But really these are basically set to go for putting on some handles. So same kind of deal as this, where these handles are just glued on. The difference would be you'd glue them on and then use the pins as well. So the way that works is I've got some handle material right here. You get some book matched pieces. But you'll drill holes and then use a bit to kind of chamfer the hole out just a little bit on the tops so that when you put the pin in there and you pound the pin will smash out and basically lock the blade into position. I should have grabbed something with pins on it. Here's one right here, my Sea Fox. See that pin right there, and then the hollow pin for the lanyard right there. So they put those in, smash the pin down so it locks everything into place. The glue also will hold it. Then you would shape the rest of the handle. So we've got some pieces like this here where we're going to be able to go in, get that on there, kind of figure out how you want it, and then make the shape. So not only will we be getting into making some more wooden ones like that for some fun little displays, I also have a bunch of wood. I've been ordering several pieces. I've got some that has got some layers to them, some solid pieces. I also picked up a few sheets of G10 so we can do some layers. when you make them. So you can do a handle like this, but you could throw a layer of that other color underneath there to give it a little pop, or maybe even take some of them and glue some together so that you have like one piece up to here and then a line, and then like the bolster section would be a different type of wood or a different material. We're very excited to get going. Both the brother-in-law and myself really been getting into it. I bought a couple of these little Damascus ones, so he's gonna do one, I'm gonna do one. We'll have a little, I don't know, competition. I've had this Damascus piece for 15 some plus years. Like to make this into a nice Bowie. Got to get some nice chunks of wood for the handle for that. But yeah, what do we think? Got a fun project getting underway. I started off with some wood. Now we've got some steel. Put some handles on these. Maybe make some more of these. Tell me the tree cal isn't the coolest little handmade thing you've seen in a while. I dig it. Thanks to Aaron for being an inspiration. In a way, we're inspiring each other. We're family. And my nephews, they like to watch the channel. We have some fun. I like to buy knives for them. And we're going to get into some more creative stuff. What do you think? Have you done any of this before? Leave some comments in the comments. Let's discuss. If you have any thoughts, feedback, ideas, stuff I'm missing about the pins, or techniques that you might be able to learn, or if you just want to follow along, let's talk about it some more. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.